afternoon. It's a little bit after 1 o'clock. I want to welcome and thank everybody for coming out. A lot of the folks I know and some folks I just met for the first time today from the community. So I really appreciate you guys coming out. When we first started this, I thought there'd be like 5 or 6 people here, and it's turned out to be a pretty good crowd, and hopefully some more will show up in just a little while. So I really do thank you for giving up your Saturday and coming out and helping to raise awareness about Crohn's and colitis. I want to explain the significance of the walk today. I don't know if a lot of you know, but the folks in Nashville at the Tennessee chapter are having their Take Steps for Crohn's and Colitis walk in downtown Nashville this afternoon, and that's happening, what is that, Bicentennial Park, downtown Nashville, Bicentennial Mall, something like that. That's going on from like 4 till 8 this afternoon. So I called the executive director of the Nashville chapter, asked him if I could do something locally here in my community, and he said I could basically set up a satellite walk. So that's what we're doing today. We're walking with the Tennessee chapter, only we're doing it in West Tennessee because I think it's really important that we raise awareness about Crohn's and colitis, not only in the state of Tennessee, but right here at home in West Tennessee, and in some instances in West Kentucky, because statewide Kentucky does not have a local chapter. So we applaud the folks from Kentucky that came down today. I'd like to thank some of the volunteers and sponsors that helped make this event possible today. The University of Tennessee at Martin, specifically Gina McClure at Campus Rec, who's been nice enough to help me go through the proper channels to get the university to give their blessing to our walk here on the fitness trail today. I want to thank Coke of Union City for donating our banner here today. They were gracious enough to do that for us. I'd like to thank Terry Haley and the staff of WENK Broadcasting of Union City. They've been promoting the event on air for the past week and a half, so I really appreciate that. Paul Tinkle, Chris Brinkley, and Charles Schroet of Thunderbolt Broadcasting. Chris actually had me on his Good Times in the Morning show yesterday on Mix 101.3. We talked about the event and promoted it, talked about Crohn's and colitis yesterday, so thanks to Chris. And Charles actually ran a news story on WCMT earlier this week about the event, so I want to thank him for that. Also, a big thank to the Weekly County Press and Union City Messenger, both for running an article on the event over the past couple of weeks. Ilis Paducah, Mary at Ilis Paducah listed it on her website, and I'd like to thank the folks at WPSD for promoting it on the 5 o'clock news last night, and also Garen Thomas, who's here today, was pumping it up on the morning show today, so thank you to Garen. Like I said, we do have 2 official teams here today. One team is representing Western Kentucky, and one team is representing West Tennessee. I'd like to bring up the team captain of the Western Kentucky Take Steps team, and that is Lauren Wallace. Lauren, come on up.
Yay!
Lauren, if you would, just introduce yourself, tell us a little bit about yourself, what your goal for your team was, how much you raised, and thank you, what you'd like to say.
Okay, I'm Lauren Wallace. I was diagnosed with Crohn's disease when I was 14, so I've had it for about 12, 13 years now. And I'm just glad that we're finally talking about it, because this is not really a topic that people enjoy discussing. But there's so many people who are affected by it. So just getting the word out and making people more aware of what it is, and raising a little money. Our group has raised almost $700, which I get really excited about it, because I get an email update.
I think that's an applause right there.
Yeah. I get an email update every time somebody donates. Oh, I get so excited. But yes, hopefully, this is the first year, and hopefully next year we can just keep growing and growing and growing. I thank you all so much for coming out and supporting this cause. Thanks.
And your team name is?
We're the Wallace Walkers.
Wallace Walkers.
I love the Rolling Crones, though. That was so creative.
Yes, and I'm representing West Tennessee, and the name of our team is the Rolling Crones. And I'd like to thank my co-worker, Tom Prigge, who works in Creative Services at WPSD, for coming up with that name. An honorable mention to Dan Zergott for coming up with the Runs. That was my second choice. But I went with the Rolling Crones. I thought that was appropriate. My online goal was $500, and I surpassed that just a couple of days ago. I think I checked this morning, and I had $605. But I'd like to point out a couple of folks that have really gone above and beyond for me here for this walk. My Aunt Lois, who represents Trimble, Tennessee, and Dyer County. She's raised a lot of money down there. And my father-in-law, Mike Morris, in the Ojai County area, raised just a whole bunch of money on his own. I really appreciate your efforts in helping me raise money, and just for our team, I really do appreciate it. Also, if you're walking up and you heard it on the TV, the news, I read about it in the paper, we'd love to have you out here today. I want you to know you can contribute if you'd like. You can just walk, you can contribute, it's up to you. If if you'd like to contribute, we have folks that'll take your money and your checks. Checks be made out to CCFA, and all donations are tax deductible, so keep that in mind. I've had a lot of calls and emails asking me, how long are we supposed to walk? What are we supposed to do? Well, we're basically just walking to raise awareness. If you'd like to walk for 10 minutes, and given the weather, you might want to do that because it's a little chilly out here today. But I've pledged to be out here 2 hours. I'm pretty sure Lauren's going to be out here for 2 hours. So you can stay here as long as you want. You can walk as long as you want. But the main thing is that we're out here today, and more people know about Crohn's and colitis, and we're really excited about that. And like Lauren said earlier, next year we hope to have a little bit more time, build up the event. You've seen what Relay for Life is for cancer. We'd like to do something similar for Crohn's and colitis, where we build this event up and make the community more involved and really get the word out. So I want to thank everybody for coming out today. A big round of applause for everybody. One last thing before we get the teams lined up and we get started. I believe the Elam Center is open. Their bathrooms are great. The library, the Paul Meek Library, immaculate bathrooms if you have to go. I took my Imodium today, so I'm fine. But just quick sidebar on that. Oh, I didn't tell, we've raised a little over, I think, again, I'm not in competition with you, but I think
he does not know how competitive I am, though.
I think the Rolling Crones are up around 900 with online cash and check. So both teams combined, we're pushing the $1,800 mark. Just two teams here in Martin, in West Kentucky and West Tennessee. So congratulations to everybody. I really appreciate it. What I want to do is have kind of a... Well, hey, which one do you want it to go to? You want it to go towards...
That's ours.
Goofy looking guy. What I kind of like to do is kind of have a ceremonial walk. You know, I'm going to trade places. My wife, Mandy, is going to be honorary team captain for a moment. We're going to have Lauren's team line up on one side of the trail. Mandy's going to line up on the other side, and everybody kind of fall back behind them. We're going to have a countdown from 10, 9, 8, so on and so forth. And then as we get to 1, we'll shake our rattles and do what we can, and we'll get this walk underway. All right? So if everybody